And without trade, our economy would most definitely suffer. Without trade, how would we support our tourism industry, one of the most booming industries in the Pacific today? Over 90% of food supplies are imported. As much as tourists, want to integrate with our culture, I doubt they like to eat dalo every single day.
When we talk about trade and development, let us think for a moment and ponder on the issue for a while. You would have noticed that over the recent years, we've had issues of corruption and good governance that ought to be addressed vigorously by national government, and national governments that spend considerable amounts of money in trying to tackle this issue. Now, corruption, they say that it's part of humanity because, like Socrates said, we are a political animal. We adhere to anarchy. How do we change that? That's an issue for you to decide.
We need trade. There's a dependency theory, like the manna from heaven. We need trade because we don't have the resources. We need trade because we don't have those facilities, those innovations or technology like developed countries have. So yes, trade will lead to economic development.
PICTA and PESA. We've heard that word throughout the past 2 nights. PICTA, PESA, PESA Plus. These agreements lead to loss in government revenue. Is that your definition of economic development? Higher taxes for the poor. That's your PICTA and PESA. Is that economic development? The poor people in the region, they cannot afford the things that the richer people can. And you want to place taxation on them? Is that economic development? Now, you said that the poor countries cannot survive without trade. I don't know what they teach in your history department what's that? I want to mention one country, our good friend Fidel in Cuba. You remember Fidel? There was trade sanctions by America placed on them since 1962. That's how many decades ago? Cuba now has one of the leading, it's up there with those developed countries' health services. Our neighbors, the Solomon Islands, they send their students, nope, not to FSM, they send them to Cuba.
That trade ensures that we have enough. Yes, we cannot produce everything in Fiji. The lanyards that we have, the materials that we sew our clothes with, the scientific stuff that we have in our labs, all of it is facilitated through the exchange of goods and services. Remember, the origins of trade lay in the barter system, exchanges. We don't have anything, they have what we want. We then trade.
Let's talk about PICTA and especially PESA. They present some serious concerns for Pacific Island countries, especially in the face of Australian and New Zealand industries. At a Parliament meeting on PESA, it was acknowledged in Australian Parliament that PESA provides an enhanced opportunity to negotiate better market access to Pacific Island markets for Australian businesses and industries. Anything there about the benefits for Pacific Island people, aside from just getting what we want? The implications that trade has on our culture, on our indigenous people, we can't ignore that. We have to think about that. Did you know that at the WTO, major trading blocs have asked PNG and the Solomon Islands to remove restrictions on ownership of their land by foreign companies and investors? Vanuatu has also had this request placed upon them. You want to join us? Give up the rights to your indigenous land so foreign companies can buy it and own it. Trade, what effect does it have on our culture, on our identity? The core needs of development, my friends, are expensive. Schools, hospitals, water systems for an entire country, they cost a lot. We can't rely on just one thing to afford them all. We're just asking and appealing to your common sense. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket, as they say.
I think the first round and the first sort of experience is the hardest one. So now we know a little bit more about what to expect, and I'm very happy with the way both teams performed. You know, we pooled our knowledge together and were able to support each other and bolster each other's confidence. So it was a very good experience, and we're happy that the audience was encouraging as well.
I'm sure all of the students would have had an opportunity to learn from this experience.
Well, I think they did really well under the circumstances. Most of them are diploma and undergraduate students, and I think this is a good learning event for them. And we've discussed it. We're trying to organize more inter-university debates amongst ourselves, student bodies, and just to help each other. Because the main thing is to be on the same par. It's not one dominating the other. And we would like for next year to help FNU where we can and to look forward to a stronger team. Because obviously they have the talent, and they have the people there. Yes.
As you enter the supermarket, I'm sure for mothers sitting here today, you see different kinds of chicken: fresh chicken, Tigo chicken, the local produced one, Toyota. What do you choose? It's free market. They are there for your own benefit, our mothers.
So why? Why free market? We want better quality service. Do you? Do you want better quality service? Do you want better quality for your goods? Open your market. Gives you that opportunity. Nothing else.
Did you know that every 3 in 4 deaths in the Pacific can be attributed to non-communicable diseases, lifestyle diseases?